Mm. Ah, sorry, needed a drink. Drank it at the wrong time. But anyway, here we go. We are going to be fixing iron. I'm not even going to introduce this video. We're just going to go straight into fixing iron because this is just not good. It's actually a problem with the ore coming in. We have not got enough ore. These guys are actually empty at the end, so even upgrading these to the better ones are not going to help us. We really need to just push out a ton of... you know what? I think we're okay. We can go over here. We can take some of these basic boards. We can take some of the iron from long distance, iron gear wheels, and then we can build a crap load of these. We do actually have mining drills Mark II, which we could build. Don't even ask about the large area ones. They're just crazy. They're like the default ones will do an area of 1 around. The large ones do like 2 or 3 around, but we care more about throughput than we do about actually spreading out a little bit. So that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to start building up some more mines. Mark IIs require steel. We have not got steel, so we are not going to be building these yet. We're just going to build a bunch more Mark Is. And as you can see here, this guy needs to be extended, and we need to build, and we're going to have 2 lines, and they're both going to be fairly decent. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and get some more poles out. I promise we will get steel done pretty much as soon as we fix the iron and the copper and we got a lot of throughput. We should be thinking about seriously getting steel done because we need it. We absolutely need it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we need another 10. Where are my drills? We got 11. Okay, that's good. That is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could think about upgrading the belts for these at the moment, but all of our smelting in terms of belts is based around the idea that they can fill up a yellow belt. So we definitely should be thinking about getting the steel furnaces before we start thinking about anything else pretty much, because so push that over there, get that down there, and you can see this one's almost full. Now the thing you want to look for is these guys being yellow. Any mines that are yellow means they're backed up and they're not working. These guys are not yellow at all. They're still baking it, they're still filling in the gaps. But we'd really like this belt to be completely full. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 4 more over here. And 1, 2, 3. Come on, give me some more. There we go. 4 more over there. And that should ensure that the belt is completely full. And electricity wise, that's going to be it's 5 megawatts. We were using 10 when the factory was at peak efficiency, but there's probably closed down a bit because we've backed up on some things. Anyway, that's pretty good. You can see that's going through, but these guys are actually a little bit yellow. There's a trick here that you can do for the ones at the end, which have a bit of trouble fitting in. You put the underground, and they easily fill in these little gaps in the underground. So it's really, really nice. Don't ask me exactly how it works. There's something to do with this being treated like a box or a crate or something like that. But anyway, the point is, if it didn't have this, you would have tiny little gaps everywhere, and this allows those little gaps to get filled in. Although we still had a little gap there, but it's fine. If we really start getting worried about it, we can always do something about it, like just add more mines or something. So anyway, let's drag the belt down here, and we are going to set up another smelting array for all of this stuff. So, yeah. This guy is actually going to be the one that goes down the bottom. We're going to remove this guy, drag him back up, and send him over there. And we're going to keep splitting this coal off because I mean, there's no reason not to. We're not running out of coal on this belt yet. And if we wanted to, we could make it like the iron. We could make it absolutely 100% full. So now we just need to fill this template in, this blueprint in, and then drag it all the way down the other side, which shouldn't be that bad. I feel like I'm still doing the last episode for some reason, but I remember we took a break because we created the belts and the belt industry, and then we said, all right, we need to improve iron. So now I'm improving iron, and it is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 20, 21, 12. I right-clicked, so that's giving me like 30 now. We could keep using the yellow inserters here, to be honest, and even when we upgrade to the steel, it's still not going to be a bad idea because they don't craft enough for the yellow not to work. So we do a little trick here. We grab a piece of iron, click on the chest, and we can actually go and look into it long range, which is a bit tricky to do if you don't know what you're doing. It's kind of the combination of my long reach mods and the new way the radar works in 0.15 that allows you to do that. Took me a while to figure it out, but eventually I got it. And now it is beautiful. So put that in there. And you can see all of these guys are completely full at the moment. And if we have a closer look at these belts, you can see here, this one, that's not going full speed. That's going like half speed at the most. So once we upgrade these smelters to the steel ones, this belt will be going full speed, and the iron coming out will be coming full speed as well. So that is the beauty of the using the steel furnaces and using exactly 24 of them, because they do a full yellow belt. There we go. Tom, come on, give me some more of these. Alrighty, so that's everything. Now, we did the power poles first, so now I can just click and drag, and it'll put it in all of the gaps that it needs to. And yeah, now we just need to do this and stretch this guy out, and we are going to have more iron, which is absolutely awesome. And we get to the end, and then we'll pull this back a bit and then drop it down. And we're going to have 2 more iron smelters above this one, so we're going to put it in the lowest one. And that is going to be awesome. And yeah, this belt is basically half full. I've been saying it for a while, but yeah. Okay, what are we researching? We should be researching something. Red fast loaders. That's overkill. Look at that. They use electronic circuit boards. That's the 3rd level of circuit boards, which is nuts. Let's get better steam engines. Oh, they use steel. Why does everything use steel? Okay, research speed. Let's do that. I'm just going to have to get down, and I'm going to have to do it. So, enough talking. Let's just do it. Let's just say done. We're going to do the steel right now. So let's start setting up a steel setup. We've got 4 iron setups already, some down below me. And we got a decent amount of space here. Steel is a slight bit wider, so I think I can probably do like 2 steel setups, and then we'll get close to hitting this. But let's just do it out here. And the steel setup is a little bit more interesting, but it's still okay. So this is our output belt right here, and we just have a kind of double furnace in a row sort of deal. So I don't know if you remember me saying it, but steel is basically made by smelting iron. So you get iron from iron plate, and then you get steel from iron. Now, Bob's, I think, screws up the recipe a little bit. Oh, no, it doesn't. So in vanilla, it takes 5 steel. No, it takes 5 iron to do 1 steel. Here it takes 2 iron. Now we have to look at the times as well to get the ratio correct. So it takes 3.5 seconds to get 1 iron plate from 1 iron ore, and it takes 7 seconds to get steel, but you're fine because it takes 2 iron plate. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to make this really, really awesome. I think I was just going to do a single line, but we are going to do a double line. So, okay, let me just put on my thinking hat for a sec here, because this is going to be epic, but it might also be a little bit problematic. Okay, so we got a single belt here. Let's build a bunch of the old stone furnaces, and this bottom side is basically going to mirror the iron smeltery that you can see below. So we're going to have an iron and coal combination line going down here, and that is going to be beautiful. We already got those down here, so iron and coal, sorry, it's going to be going down here, and these guys are just going to be smelting Mr. Iron. And then what we're going to do is we're going to send them not onto a belt, but directly into another furnace, which is going to be making the steel. Now this is where it gets complicated, because this next level of furnaces, I mean, they're furnaces, they require coal. So where does the coal come from? And that's where things get interesting, because we're going to have, let's see, so we'll have, I think we're going to make this a coal line. We could do it one of 2 ways. We could either have 1 coal line in the middle and 2 steel output belts. You know what? Actually, we don't need 3 belts in the middle at all. We can just have 2. 1 can be coal and 1 can be one can be steel, and then we'll just sort of have different types of inserters on each side. So this is going to be the coal, this belt right here, and this is going to be the steel. So then what we do is the steel gets output onto this guy, and then we have the coal, which we need that one for. The coal is going to get long reached across into this extra set. Now, the reason we're making this so complicated for ourselves is because I'm going to duplicate this entire setup on the top half, so that we end up having steel on both sides of this output, which is going to be fairly awesome. And I don't know if I can actually blueprint. Well, I've got the Foreman mod, which does allow me to reverse things. So I press Alt-R, and then I drop it around, and you can see that everything's sort of reversed. Put it like that. We don't need that, and we don't need that. And these inserters are going to be all wrong though. So we want the red one going from here down there to drop off the steel, and the coal comes in on the yellow one. So all of these guys are going to be reversed. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we grab the yellow ones that turned around the other way. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then these ones are just normal. So lab research speed, we can get the next level as well, which is just, it sounds exactly like what it says. So if you have a look here, this research happens to take 30 seconds, but if we look at our bonuses, we can see that research speed is plus 20%. So that 30 seconds will not be 30 seconds in game time. It will be something completely different, which is awesome. So anyway, let's finish these guys off. How many smelters? I got 17. I need a bunch more than that. So let's go here. And we're going to have to work out these power poles as well when we set all this stuff up. But for now, it's not going to produce a full belt of steel. I mean, Bob's has done us a great favor by making steel take 2. Where is it? By making steel take 2 iron plate instead of 5, like it is in vanilla. And vanilla steel is just a nightmare because it takes 5 iron. So we take 2 iron plate instead. But that still means that even with the updated smelters, we are still only going to get half a belt of steel out of here. So with these crappy smelters, we're going to get a quarter belt of steel. And that's just a fact of life. We just have to deal with that. So let's have a look here. We're going to get Separate iron. We should need a full yellow belt because we're still doing the same amount of iron smelting as we normally would for a full iron belt. We're just obviously doing some special things with converting it to steel afterwards. 3. Actually, yeah, we will need 2 rows of power poles on both sides of this damn thing. So there we go. And there we go. And we will put the power poles here and here and here and here where they go in these grayed out smelting arrays, and it puts the power up there. So now we need coal on this belt, and we need a combination of iron and coal on these 2 belts. So let's just do a normal method of this. A lot bigger, obviously, but still just normal. And so, actually, let's make that over there. So confusing. Okay. So that is where coal is going to come from. And coal is also going to go in here. And we will get a splitter as soon as I make one to go there. And that's coal taken care of. We just need the coal there. And then we've got iron and... oh man, it's getting dark. But you can see over here, we can put some iron on the side of there. And that should work out beautifully fine. So let's just drag a belt over there anyway. And coal... coal is interesting. We still haven't backed up all of these guys with this coal that we've got. So really, really is having trouble with the coal. I mean, I'd love it if it was backed up at this point, but it just isn't. So we'll just expand it if we need to. That's fine. Okay, whole bunch of coal coming up. All of these guys should get filled up. While we're here, let's just make sure that this is balanced, and that should be fine. Okay, now let's go over and get the iron out. We're gonna get 20. Let's get 20 drills for this guy, and let's just squeeze them on this side over here. We got one more here, and we got one more here, so that'll be our 4 iron smelting, and then so let's have a look how much we can actually fit on here. So we could kind of make this the steel at the very side, but not sure I like that too much, because what we might do is we might have a smelting over here and then a smelting over here all the way over, and if the miners accidentally pick up some lead, we can filter that out very, very easily with a bunch of loaders and a bunch of warehouses and stuff like that, because that is what warehouses and loaders were built for. It's just filtering that sort of crap out. Alrighty. So we got this beautiful, beautiful steel line, and let's actually jump it up a little bit, because we had to lose some miners down at the start because we ran out of iron on the right hand side, so we'll make up for it up here, just to make sure that we're in that sort of area where the belt is completely full. And go up there, down there. Actually, we'll make that one over there. Beautiful. And balanced. Excellent. Alright, so we got basically a full belt. We're going to add some undergrounds here just so these guys don't feel lonely. Where's my undergrounds? And these guys as well. I'm not sure if they really need it, but it's all good. It should make sure that these guys keep going. These guys are actually stalling up at the moment, but that's fine. I do not mind these guys stalling up as long as this thing is full. If this thing is full, that is all I care about. Absolutely. Oh, look at the amount of coal coming down. That is pitiful. Absolutely pitiful. All right, we're going to go back and fix coal because this is really becoming a problem. Yeah. You can see these guys have a power of 3 and a speed of 0.5. These guys have a power of 4.5 and a speed of 1. I don't know what that exactly means, to be honest, but I think they're like twice as powerful or 3 times as powerful or something, but it's a bit crazy. So you go 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. So that should be enough to keep us in coal for pretty much forever. And if we have a look, we're up to 13 megawatts out of 18, which is nuts. And I'm not going to go for the next level boilers because they take steel, and we're only just starting to make steel. So what we are going to do is we are going to grab... Oh, we're out of iron. I can't pick up iron because... Oh, no, wait. Maybe it's okay. All right. I had Alt off. You click the Alt key and it stops showing up what is actually in stuff. So I clicked Alt off accidentally and it looked like it was empty, but okay. Let's do this and let's make a bunch of these. We're just going to double it for now. Oh, making these, and we're making tons of iron gears. I don't want to need to make iron gears if I don't have to, so let's zoom out and back in. Take 140. Is that enough? 8 times 20 is 160. Let's take a bit more. 20. We're still going to make the pipes because I haven't automated them yet, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So let's have a look here. We're going to have the boilers in the same orientation as before. Actually, we don't need this anymore, do we? Because we're going to do something a bit special here. What we're actually going to do is we're going to get a ton of these. Yes, I can see you flashing. What do we got? Might as well research these. When we get steel, we can upgrade all of these guys and it will be beautiful. So we're actually going to get the long-handed inserters and they will be able to throw it over the pipe, which is absolutely awesome. Where is our pipe? We don't have a lot at the moment, so let's get some. Of course, if we had pipe, we would have used it all up building those bloody steam engines, but yep, it's all good. It's all good. Make sure we're at the same length as the previous one. And then steam engines. Why have I only got 10? Because there's 10 more down here, so that's where the other ones are. 3, 4, 5. There's a bit of a gap between these ones and the ones above them, but for subsequent ones, it's going to work out a bit better. Damn you, rock. Oh, I hate rocks so much. Maybe I should get a submachine gun and start shooting them. I'm not sure if that's faster. With the best ammo in the game, it probably is faster, but I doubt it's faster with just normal ammo. We haven't got any of the really good ammo yet because, of course, it requires steel, just like everything else that's good in this game so far. Okay. And we split that over there. So all of these guys are powered. There's no water in here. There is coal, but there's no water. So we need to get that guy over to there, and then we need to get another pump. I thought I had one. No, it doesn't look like it. When you hover over things, it highlights them in your inventory, but there was nothing being highlighted there. Let's use another underground because undergrounds are a bit more performance better sort of stuff. So now all these guys have got water. They're going to start making steam. These guys turn on. And if we go to the power meter, once again, this has gone down quite a bit. So we've now got 40 producing, and it is giving us a total of, doing the math, 40 by 900 kilowatts is 36 megawatts. So that is absolutely beautiful. We got 25 minutes on this episode. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk over and we're going to move steel onto the main bus, and then we're going to call it quits for this episode. Yeah, some of this stuff is interesting. Rails is interesting, but I don't think we're anywhere close to rails yet. Let's get crafting speed upgrade going on, because the more of those we get, the better we are going to feel, because even though we do have the basic electronic circuits being made for us right now, so we don't need to build them ourselves anymore, it's still going to be nice. Okay, look at all of this steel coming up. That is absolutely beautiful. So let's just stretch this belt across, get that over to the main base. I wonder if this... I wonder how much if I actually gave myself enough space here. So if we grab this blueprint and we go boom, and then we go boom, yeah. I think we need to have enough space saved for 3 of these, and that will do us for a blue belt. And I think that's all I'm really worried about at this point, doing this for a blue belt. So let's leave a little gap there, so if we want to put some more wood down later, then we can. How do we want to do this? I feel like we can just do this around the backside. No, we don't want to do that, because we need to get more irons down there. So what we got? We got circuits, and then we got components. I want to leave these 2 belts free for miscellaneous. Steel is a bit too impressive to be miscellaneous. So let's have a look here. So we got these 4. I'm going to put steel just below those. I'm thinking probably 2 belts of steel and then 1 of stone brick. And that should do us pretty well, I think. So let's move over there. Come on, undergrounds. I should really be going over to the bloody place where I'm actually making undergrounds and doing them there, getting them there, but I just keep forgetting to do that. So there we go, steel, and ooh, yeah. We're not going to bother splitting it, or maybe we will bother splitting it. We'll split it up here and give us our 2 lines, and then later on, stone brick, we can start doing stuff with stone brick. And we're going to have to get stone brick fairly soon so we can start getting our steel furnaces, because we really would like those. This iron is pretty crap, and I think actually stone is going to be our #1 priority for next episode, because this iron is bad. It's absolutely bad. I mean, this is kind of the thing that shows you, yeah, you think iron's good, but then you start building this array, and then suddenly it's like, where'd all my iron go? It just disappeared in 2 seconds flat. Maybe on my base isn't that good after all. We only got 150 red belts here. We've filled up on the fast undergrounds, which is, each one of these is 40 gear wheels, so we have been, my god, we've been chewing through that iron in terms of the iron gears. How are we doing? 12. This guy needs more iron gear wheels. How about that? So the fact that this guy just has no iron at all is really, really constraining him. But for now, let's zoom out a bit. We got radar. We did make a radar. Did we? I think that's just my personal vision in this area. So let's put a radar down there anyway, so we can get those from far away if we need to. And next episode, we're going to get some stone brick. I don't know where we're going to put it. Maybe we'll put it up here and then drag it down, because we've got a bit of stone over there. Well, no. We got stone here as well, but we kind of got all these sort of filled up. Maybe we'll put it down here. I'm not sure if we need a second lead, to be completely honest, or maybe we'll just go underneath the uranium, squeeze it in down there. But it's all good. It is all good. And there we go. That's been the episode, and I will see you guys later on, I guess. No, wait. We got to wait till we actually see the steel coming down this line. I have to see the steel coming down this line. Where is it? Ah, that would be why it's not coming down this line. Oh, God. All right, I'm going to fix that outside the episode, but I will see you guys later and have a good one. This has been Hairymuppet playing Factorio.